Hey YouTube, this is SensaSean reporting in for another review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Athearn Genesis SD60E Norfolk Southern Honoring Our Veterans Heritage Unit. I do also have 911, which is the Honoring Our First Responders Heritage Unit, but that one is not DCC currently. That one is just DCC ready. This one, however, is DCC with sound. So it's got the Tsunami 2 sound in it. So anyway, let's go ahead and for the review. So straight out of the box, says what it is on the side. Tsunami 2, this is also a model with LED lights. It's Athearn Genesis. It's a really good model. I like it a lot. Inside the box, obviously you get your standard, SD60E. You get the exploded view for all the parts, and then you also get the parts list on the back side as well for all the parts that you could ever need for this locomotive. There's a total of 243 parts for this locomotive. They may not look like it, but there probably is or isn't. So that's the first thing you get in the box. The second thing that's in the box is obviously the Genesis as close to real as it gets diesel locomotives operator's manual and sound guide. And it does have a nice Tsunami 2 decal on it as well. Let's see here. So that's when you first open it up. Obviously the first page is handling and maintenance. This is with every single Athearn Genesis and Athearn locomotive that you get. Except, if you get an Athearn RTR engine, it probably is not going to say Genesis on it. So, hell, I'm not even sure you're not even going to get an operator's manual in an RTR model. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't gotten one, so yeah. So anyway, that's the second thing you get. The third thing that you're going to find in the box is the locomotive limited warranty. This is a 1-year warranty for the locomotive. I believe it is that, a 1-year warranty. You just pretty much cut off the bottom here and send it to the address on the back, and then your locomotive will have warranty on it. I haven't done it yet. So that's it from inside the box. So let's go ahead and start with the locomotive. Alright, so now we got the locomotive just a little bit closer. Now we can really see the details on it. As you can tell, it's got some pretty good details on it. It's got a PTC board already on it. I didn't have to add that, it came with it. The paint job is actually pretty close to the real one. It looks like it's more purple on the camera, but in reality it's really blue. So what else about this locomotive? I don't really know much about the SD60Es. As you can tell, I'm mainly a Union Pacific person. So this locomotive is kind of foreign to me. But I mean, I do like our veterans, so I support our veterans. That's why I've got 1943 and a P42 number 42, and I got 6920. And I also have the Honoring Our Veterans UCEX 2015 RD4 and the breast cancer RD4 as well. So I like to get the engines that support everything, or that honor people, because they're just cool looking to me. So that's why I like to get these. So more about the 60E. I mean, you're gonna have to find someone who's an NS modeler for that. I'm just telling you what I know about the model. The model itself has pretty good weight to it. If you get the DCC ready version, you're going to notice that it's got a lot more weight in it, but that's because they put weight where the speaker goes. So when you pick up this locomotive, it's got that, it's typically light from Athearn. Even though 1943 doesn't weigh very much. I know their SD90 Mac-H came out soon, or came out this year. I know that weighs quite a bit, but, and I don't know, I may get one, I may not, I don't know. But anyway, back to this locomotive. So this locomotive has really high details, which I like. It's almost brass quality for a diesel locomotive, and I've had a brass diesel come to this house and run on its layout. And as I can, and I've seen what brass is and what plastic is, and plastic models obviously have come a long way from their Tyco days, so from their Torlake days. So now we've got these pretty much almost shrunk down, realistic looking locomotives. And for the price of, I think it was like $230, $260, $250, somewhere around that range for this locomotive, that wasn't a bad price. So I was pretty happy with that. So other than that, I mean, this locomotive is pretty good. It's got lots of LED lights. It's got the headlight, the ditch lights, the number boards light up on both sides of the locomotive. It's got ditch lights front and back, as NS likes it, because NS will run these engines long hood forward. So, and for those of you that didn't know, which I'm sure you do, that is the short hood and that's the long hood. So NS, Norfolk Southern, likes to run locomotives they'll sometimes run locomotives with the long hood forward. So kind of different, but I mean, still, it's got LEDs all the way around. It does have truck lights up in the front, which if I go and power the track on, we're going to hear this locomotive start up, which I might as well go do now, because that's why you came to see me those videos, to listen to it and not listen to me. So here's the headlight. The ditch lights are, I believe, function 5. Yep, there they go. And the number board is function 6. This locomotive has quite a bit of a loud horn on it. Which I believe is the actual horn off of the real thing. I'm not entirely sure, but I haven't heard the real thing, so I'm not entirely sure. If those of you who are on my channel have heard this locomotive's horn, if that's close, let me know. Here's the bell. I'm going to look in the sound guide, because I don't remember what all the functions are off of the list. Here we go. So F4 is well, I'm guessing when it's running it'll have dynamic brakes. If this locomotive does have dynamic brakes, I'm not entirely sure if it does or not. Dimmer is F7, and that's to dim the headlight down when you're passing another train. I just keep it bright. It's also got a bit of a cab chatter. Let's see. So function 26 is another good function. You can idle up the locomotive. And then function 27 idles it down. Well, it should be, but it's not doing it, so we're just gonna restart it. And that's how you restart an Athearn Genesis locomotive if you're ever looking for it. So just kind of tip it off the track and then keep it, and then let it sit back on the track, and then it resets. So obviously we've got different horns for this locomotive. We've got the K3LA version 1 and 2, we've got the K3L, K5HL, K5LA, K5LA version 1, 2, and 3, K5LH, K5LA, M3, M5, all the Nathans and the Leslies and the Wabco and Hancock and Leslie S4T and all that other nonsense. So honestly, I think the horn on this locomotive is pretty good. Turn the ditch lights back on, and the number boards. So I'm going to go ahead and move this locomotive up a bit. So yeah, this locomotive does have dynamic braking. Now then, I want to go in behind here and look at the lights and all that. So as you can tell, it does have the lights and the number boards and all that other good stuff on it. On the back. Overall, I'd give this locomotive an 8 out of 10. I've heard some people switching these boards out for LokSound boards and them sounding better. So I may do that. Don't get me wrong, soundtracks is cool and all. I have it at my 844, and my 1943, and my 6920, and it's going to be 911. But I'm honestly contemplating, do I really want that, and should I just switch over to LokSound? So, with that, I'll see you guys later. No run by for right now. The track work is not done yet, so I just figured I'd pump out a review pretty quick for you guys. So yeah. See you guys later. It's SensaSean signing off.